This is a very special bonus episode of Sounds Like Adventure, an actual play podcast all about fun roleplay, short runtimes, and great sound design. I'm your host and DM, Jack Traynor, and today, let's find out who won the giveaway. Thanks for joining us for this very special bonus episode of Sounds Like Adventure. And this is going to be a series of bonus episodes that you're going to see over the next few weeks while we're in between seasons. And for this one, I'm joined by my good pals, Chai and Jacob. How you going, guys?
How we doing?
Pretty good. How's you going?
How you guys recovering after that final session? Any burning questions? Where your head's at?
I have an immense amount of questions. I also have a lot of clarity on things that we probably should have done.
In the heat of the moment, all the things don't seem as obvious. When you listen back to it, it's like, oh, we're so stupid. We're such idiots.
Jacob, I do remember you saying to me, after certain episodes, being like, why didn't we say anything about that?
I know. And the same thing of us, we wandered through all of that, spouting that we were part of the Runai pretty blatantly. We didn't, for a secret society, we were not secret.
Yeah, but it's so secret, nobody knows what it is.
That's true.
There's no point in keeping it secret, I guess. Well, maybe it'll come back and bite us, and I will learn from that. Maybe.
Undoubtedly. I'm sure that a lot of things that we just did will come back to bite us in the ass, but hey, here we are.
Who could say? Who could really know?
I know. It's almost like someone is controlling the story.
Who could that be?
And could foresee these things.
Well, whoever that incredibly handsome person is, they've gathered you guys here today to make a big announcement. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I mean, I am.
So we actually have two announcements today. Super exciting news. The first one, we're launching a brand new show. Double the Sounds Like Adventure. But this show, it's not an actual play show. This show is called The Table Business, and it's all about interviewing the independent creators that make the games that you and I play. So I'm going to take the lead on this one. I'll be the host, but I will try and get Chai and Jacob on for an interview at some point. But the first two episodes are available already. To listen to the first episode, just keep listening to this feed. When this episode finishes, the first episode will play. And that episode is featuring Chris Corrigan. So he's an independent creator who invented his own D&D alternative system called Relict. And it is unbelievably cool. And then for the second episode, to hear that, just head over to the Table Business feed, subscribe to the show, and take a listen to my chat with Erin, aka Erin My Laundry on Instagram. Now, Erin is a really cool, multi-talented TTRPG person, and they are the creator of the TTRPG Collective. So in that conversation, believe it or not, you'll actually hear how Erin was proposed to in real life in the middle of a tabletop game. So, huge news, The Table Business is available right now wherever you get your podcasts. But let's be serious, guys. I know that's not really the announcement you guys were hanging out to hear, right?
No, I mean...
It's pretty cool.
It is cool. But I think you guys want to know when season 2 is going to come out, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we've been working so hard.
We've not been lazy at all. We've been busy playing, having fun, and now it comes the hard work of cutting it all together and making it presentable. So it sounds like we actually know what we're doing.
Almost like it sounds like an adventure.
Boo! No, get off the show. Jacob has been fired from Sounds Like Adventure. How dare you?
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
I'm just upset that I didn't come up with it.
You're not getting paid. You're getting fired from a voluntary gig right now. But no, the thing that I think everyone is really waiting to hear is the release date of Sounds Like Adventure. And yes, we've been recording. Everything's happening. It's really exciting. And I can let you know that the release date for season 2 of Sounds Like Adventure is Tuesday, the 23rd of January. So that's really close. That's 4 weeks away. That's absurdly close, almost irresponsibly close. But it's coming really soon. And I'm so excited about what this is going to bring for you guys. Chai, I know you're a huge fan of Star Trek The Next Generation, and there's the classic thing that people say about season 1 to season 2 in Star Trek, The Next Generation. It's when Riker gets his beard, and people talk about it as like the turning point. The show got a bunch more money, things got way better. And don't get us wrong, we didn't just get a bunch more money, that's for sure. But
We got a bunch less money.
every week. But we have an amazing second season coming for you. There is so much cool stuff going to happen. And I think that's the slogan for season 2 from my perspective. Season 2 sounds like adventure. Riker gets its beard. Maybe sounds like adventure gets its beard. Oh, can Otis grow a beard?
I don't. Oh yeah, no. Like elephants get those like weird scraggly bits of hair. Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be gross, but you can get a beard.
Okay, maybe we don't need to make Otis gross. What about Seok? Did Seok ever rocked a beard?
Well, I like depends on how you look at it. If you have fur, do you grow a beard or is your whole body full of beard? I don't know. It's like
I feel like you could trim it into like a nice goatee or something.
I could rock a good mole, like a nice stash. Maybe. If you pay me enough, I'll grow a dolly because like we're like art connoisseurs now.
I like how you're like, if we pay you enough for your fictional character to grow facial hair.
Yeah, let's start a crowdfunding campaign to raise money for mustache tonic for this fictional character.
I mean, like taking care of a beard is expensive business, and Seok is pretty broke right now. So,
but we got one more thing we want to touch on before we let you go today. So, Jacob, big plans for next week.
Yeah, so next week we're going to be doing a special recap episode. We're going to be going a bit behind the scenes and sort of me and Chai are going to be picking Jack's brains this time about the campaign, and we want to give all of you guys a chance to have your questions answered as well. So on that, we're going to have a link in our socials, on our website, where you can submit your burning questions for us to quiz Jack, I guess. So head on over there, submit your questions, and we'll try and get as many of them as we can answered.
And we want all kinds of questions for this kind of thing. You can ask campaign-related stuff. You can ask about like behind the scenes, how do we edit the show? What's our process like? If there's any stuff like that you're interested in, we're really happy to talk about it, and we want to hear you. We make this show for you guys.
What did Jack have for breakfast? What did he have for lunch?
Why doesn't he like tea? What's wrong with him?
Yeah. Let ask Jack's opinions on Ernest Klein specifically and tea.
Look, we don't need to get so spicy immediately on this piece before the real truth comes out to the world. I like that one of your questions then, Chai, was just, what is wrong with him? I think that's a great question to ask. What the hell is wrong?
Do we have enough time in a 30-minute episode
I don't think anyone has enough time in the history of time.
We'll just need you to lie down on the couch, and we'll get through that.
Just take a seat, Jack.
So yes, that's all coming next week. And if you're listening right now and you're like, oh, I got the perfect question, then look down at the device you're listening on and check the show notes. And there's a link right there that you can jump to and submit that question to right away. But if it comes to you later, just like Jacob said, hit the socials, head over to soundslike.show. It's all there, ready to go. And we want your questions because, like I said, this show's for you. So we want to hear the stuff that you noticed.
Yeah, and quite often it makes us think, because quite often you'll notice something that we don't notice. And it's super helpful to sort of look on it from a bird's eye view.
Get some outsider perspective. Someone who listened to us being idiots and thought, why did that thing not get mentioned? And we're like, because we're idiots, but you guys are smart people. Give us some of your smarts.
Spoiling all the answers now, Chai. If the answer's always going to be, we're idiots.
That's the reason why we didn't pick up on it, but maybe we want to explore it. Like us as players, not our characters, because they're idiots too. They're very smart idiots, so very smart.
Very smart idiots indeed. Well, with all that in mind, this is coming up next week, so get your questions in. But right now, stick around and hear that interview with Chris from Houndsong Games, all about Relict, the coolest alternative to D&D that you've probably never heard of.